Evening peeps, welcome back to the channel. Little bit of deja vu, same time, same place. Last week we were trying this one. I was a little bit early, some of the drivers were a little bit late, and we paused it for a week. I think there might have been some confusion in who was racing and who wasn't. Looking at some of the chat in the in the actual PlayStation lobby, it's looks like there might have been some confusion, but it doesn't matter. So back tonight, it is the Premier Leagues, the Premier League Years, hosted by DSC Sim Racing on Facebook. It's hosted by DMK Dominator 3, but DSC is the sim racing group. So we've got several different races over several different weeks, or 6 weeks. Tonight we've got Sainte-Croix B, and we're in the little Radical SR3s. Next week we're at Dragon Trail Seasides in the Hyundai. Then we're at Spa in the Isle of Man Subaru, Nürburgring GP in the GRX Mini, Sardegna Road Track C2 in the little Trophy McGann, and then Mount Panorama for the finals, which is the GR for Veyron. Is that 7 weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, 6 weeks. I was right. Yep. Yes, that is what we've got tonight. So it is Sainte-Croix B tonight. Let's just get ourselves in the lobby so you can have a look at the track. Merch still available, people. T-shirts and stickers. Hit me up, darksmoker@googlemail.com if you want any of those. Still got plenty of stickers. Not so many T-shirts left. So hurry up if you want any of those. Right, so there is the track. Let me turn the sound on before I forget. Let's crack on. I need a little bit of sound as well. I need to turn my volume up a little bit. I can't hear a damn thing. So let's have a little look who we've got. We have Treviso, Tim CLK, T50 Phil, DMK Chalky, RC MBE2, Janio, Centino 26, DMK Dazzler, It's Hoggy, DMK Dominator. So It's Hoggy I've not seen before, I don't think. Centino 26 is a new name, and T50 Phil I don't believe I've seen race before. Maybe they were here in previous seasons of the Radicals. Right, still in practice session, so let's go on. Oh, maybe that is a little bit too loud. There is the little Radicals. Get a little bit of a better look at that look. I'm not sure on engine size on these things. Got a great big wing on the front, plenty of aero on the great big wing on the back, plenty of aero on the front. This track can be a little bit tricky though. Get some, there you go, that particular section, more often than not. Great big penalty for that as well. Oof. That's a kick for RCMB2. He decides he's not going to have that penalty. He's going to throw himself back in the pits, go back out. That's what he thinks to your penalty, PlayStation. Gran Turismo 7, how dare you. We can do a lap with him though. Let's if he does a lap and doesn't throw himself back in the pits. So he's just been around at turn 1 with that great big green chunk on the inside. A little kink to the right into this tricky left. Can carry a little bit too much speed out there and run yourself onto the grass. Through this tricky little section as well, down the hill, slightly off camber on the way through. set of S's on the run into the bridge. This is just where we caught RCMBE2 getting a bit of a nudge. There is a kink, a great big transition as you come onto that bridge, which just kicks the tail end of the car. But it looks like we are about to start qualifying. Come on, we'll go on board with Tim CLK then. Aberdeen he's driving for, so it is the Premier League, so all cars have got football liveries on. Manchester United we've just driven by. There is champion from this season, Treviso. Wolverhampton Wanderers. Or is it Wanderers? Wanderers. I suppose it depends where you come from. So down these S's again then. To this bridge section again. Great big wobble on the way into that. Pushes you out wide into that wall. Over the bridge. Hard 90-degree left at the end of this. Big bunch of Armco ready to catch you out through there. This corner a little bit tricky as well. Tightens, you've got to get the line right through here. Can't carry too much speed on the way out, or you end up in that barrier to the left there. So not the full Sainte-Croix circuit. You can go straight on at this particular section, but we are peeling off to the right, back up the hill. Just letting off, not actually racing, still on outlaps at the minute, so no need to absolutely press Treviso into this corner. So through that little elbow into the S's. Can carry a lot of speed through here if you get these right. Again, so just coming round throughout the S's, then down this last little straight, 90-degree right-hander at the bottom and back onto the start-finish straight, and then they do begin their hot laps. Oh, Janio maybe taking a little bit of paint off his car there. So there is a lap. Yeah, Chalky having a little look at Janio. Just want him to slow him down into turn one. Oh, he's driven off the circuit anyway. Carrying a little bit too much speed through there, trying to fend off a returning Janio after scraping his car down the wall. Outlaps were 2:21. They weren't obviously going full speed, but this is quite a big circuit here at Sainte-Croix. Santino, have you got a football team on your car? No, I don't think so. Then a Satu Hati is a team, but I don't think it is. Qualifying. Is it going to be a hot qualifier? Is it going to be a 15-minuter? I think I forgot to look. We'll soon find out. That's all over the back of Santino then. Centino, sorry. Or is it Centeno? Centeno 26. I don't know. Got an English flag above you, next to your name, so it can't be an Italian accent or whatever that accent was. So coming up to the end of these S's then, Treviso is going to be the first man that puts a time in. He's The great big gap from Tim CLK as well. Excuse me. Cleanly through that final corner, as is Tim CLK. Someone behind, not so much. I think that's Chalky again. So Treviso, 220.7 for him then. 221.5 for Tim CLK. RC MBE's taking that off of him. 221.3 for him. Pushes Tim CLK down to third. Janio in fourth. 221.7. T50 Phil in fifth. 221.8. Dazzler sixth. 222.3 for him. Dominator seventh. 227.0 for Dominator. Chalky as well, not having the best of laps. 234.0 for him. It's Hoggy. 236.5. Bright yellow for him. Santino 10th. 236.6. And that won't be helping. So it is currently this man on pole. 0.6 of a second faster than RC MBE 2. 220.6. Sorry, 7.06. 0.6 of a second quicker. So 6 minutes in. Could be a 10-minute qualifier. Keeping it out of the wall through there. Again, tricky corner that one. It does seem to tighten up just on the exit. Can catch a lot of drivers out if you're not quite ready for it. Tim CLK then currently third, 221.5. Again, not a driver I've seen. Oh, sorry, Tim CLK is. It's T50 Phil. Okay, next set of laps coming in then. Treviso finds a little bit more time. 220.5 now on the board for him. Oh, Janio's just gone quicker. 220.1. Stuck the pressure on a little bit now, almost half a second quicker than Treviso's time. Dazzler's come in there as well. He's stuck in a 221.1. Throws himself into third on the grid. RC MBE 2. Oh, not a good lap. 236.3 for him. Stays in fourth. Tim CLK in fifth. Chalky sixth. We've got T50 Phil. He's in seventh. Dominator in eighth. Santino ninth. It's Hoggy. Oh, he's just taken that ninth off of Santino, so he goes into ninth, and Santino gets pushed down to 10th. So it's this man at the top, and look at that. Still finding time. Purple sectors by half a second. Feathering the throttle on the exit of that corner. Doesn't want to plough it into the wall. Fulham Football Club livery on for him. Let's see what Treviso's got. Got a single time in line left before he crosses the line again. And he is. Purple on board for Treviso. Janio. Oh, we've missed him. See now then, who's fastest out of these two? Keeps stop doing that. Right, Treviso. Still Still second, 2:20.141. Not quite quick enough for pole position just yet. 2:19, even quicker for Janio. He's not having it. He's going to find some more time somewhere on this circuit. So Treviso has to hang on to second. Tim CLK then back up into third. He's stuck in a 2:20.5. Dazzler fourth, Chalky fifth, so that is final lap then. 10-minute qualifier. Oh, RCME 2 bins it on that final qualifying attempt. Stays off circuit to keep out of the way of anybody else. Throws himself back in the pits maybe. T50 Phil crosses the line. Doesn't get to complete another lap, as the same for Dominator and the same for It's Hoggy. These men though still out on circuit, still pushing. Oh, Treviso. Don't know whether you touched the wall then or not. So he's faster than his previous, but he's not faster than Janio at the moment. .2:19.8 he's got to beat. Still not as quick, unfortunately. Sorry, Janio already through there before I could catch his time. He's got to have a miracle around this final corner, Treviso, to make it work. A couple of attempts at it. Oh, a little bit of ride on the grass as well. We'll see what that does for him. And it's not enough, so it is going to be Janio that sits himself on pole then with that 2:19.801. He sticks in another 2:19.877 right at the end there as well. So Treviso grabs second. Unfortunately, that's all he can muster. Tim CLK third. Dazzler fourth. Nope, nope. Sorry. Yeah. Stop it, you two. So Dazzler was fourth, and then Chalky came through and then took fifth, but then Dazzler came across the line and took that fourth back off him. So Dazzler is in fourth, Chalky fifth. T50 Phil stays in sixth. Santino seventh. He made up a couple of places then at the end of that qualifying session. Let's have a look at quick official results then. There is Janio on that top spot. Treviso second, Tim CLK in third, DMK Dazzler fourth, DMK Chalky in fifth, T50 Phil in sixth, Santino 26 in seventh, DMK Dominator in eighth. We've got It's Hoggy in ninth and RC MBE 2 in 10th. That is official results. As official as they are coming from me. Anyway. So. Oh, okay. I thought we were going into the race. We're not. We've got a minute. Or so. Or two, even. There you go. It says at the top of the screen there. Practice in yellow letters. And then next to that it says qualifying in 10 minutes in grey letters, and then race 20 minutes. And now we go from practice to race. But we're still in practice. We're still in practice. Manual grid. Okay, 2 minute warning. 2 minute warning. See how they get on around here. Again, usually a little bit more dangerous at the start when they're all bunched up together. It's quite a wide circuit. There's plenty of opportunities to get next to each other into some of these faster open corners, and if you're on the wrong side of the circuit coming in or out of them, it can end in a little bit of chaos. That bridge, I'm telling you, if they're coming into that full tilt side by side, there could be all sorts of incidents happening. We'll see. They could keep it absolutely perfectly clean. So, manual grid. Why are you having a manual grid? Who are you moving about? Why are you moving them about? Who are you penalising? It's only the first race of the season. Which football team don't you like? So again, this is the DSC Premier League. It's the Premier League Years. So it's season 8, and we've got different cars, different tracks every week. All sorts of different cars as well. Starting this week with the little Red Bull Radicals. We've got some Subarus, we've got GRX Minis, we've got a lot of things coming up. Right, here we go then. 5 seconds, still a race. Boom. That's longer than that, look. Lying. Okay, let's get on board. Not with you. How's it showing? Oh, because you're right on the other side of the circuit, are you? Are you only going to give me that view? Dazzler, fill him a shot. Dazzler's getting it. Okay, we are underway then. I should have turned the nonsense on. Nope. Towards turn 1 then. Janio already going defensive. Oh, Treviso slings one around the outside into first. He goes then. Janio slots himself back in behind, gets the toe back up the hill. Tim CLK in third. Just defending off DMK Dazzler in fourth. Chalky looking to run around the outside of him. Sorry, it's T50 Phil. Apologies. Also in a white car. Santino up into 6th, Chalky knocked down to 7th. Right, coming into this bridge section then, let's see how they get on. Oh, I've gone too far again. Janio back in front. A little bit of a wobble on there from, I think it was Tim CLK. Slowed him down a little bit. T50 Phil's having a look at him coming up the bridge. He's got Dazzler, Santino and Chalky all having a look as well. Who's that tucked on the back? RC MBE2. Cleanly through there. Keep an eye on the thickness going through this corner. They're almost 3 wide going through there. They are. Oh my God. And through there cleanly. Amazing driving, boys. Amazing driving. That's phenomenal. I know these cars are small, but still. Back up front, Janio then back into the lead of this race. Why is it not giving me a time between him and Treviso? It's giving me a time between Treviso and T50 Phil, who's up into 3rd. Oh, 3 wide going through that one as well. Oh, there's chaos. Chalky, Tim CLK and T50 Phil all getting tangled up there. T50 Phil goes from 3rd to 10th. What an absolute disaster for him. Through no fault of his own. Oh, Treviso. Oh, Treviso's got a wobble on. He's trying to take too much of the inside of that final S coming through there. Carries far too much speed through and into the wall he goes. Loses a great big chunk of time too. Why is it not giving me Janio's time? Oh, why are you a ghost, Janio? At least you're putting in lap times. 2:21.4 then for lap 1. Why does it say Treviso's a lap? Why does it say he's... I don't get it. never 2.29 seconds behind him, is he? Genio's got a glitch on. He's up the road some way from Treviso. Again, it won't quite give me a proper time for him. It's 2.29. Oh, Genio gets a wobble on through there. Treviso a little bit cleaner. Seven seconds faster than his previous, but it's not helping me in terms of the gap between him and Genio. It says plus 2.29, but I don't believe that for a second because it's not moved. Some big gaps developed then. Dazzler into third position. Again, chaos at the first sort of fast 90-degree corner, and it just caught a couple of these drivers out, sent them into the wall, and a few drivers getting tangled right up in that, going from 3rd to 10th for poor old T50 Phil. It's Hoggy then as well, not doing too bad, qualified 9th up into 4th. The MK Dominator 5th, Tim CLK coming back into the fight in 6th. RC MBE2 in 7th, Chalky in 8th, T50 Phil getting back into it as well, and Centino unfortunately fallen off the back, 6.5 seconds back for him now. 4 minutes 30 in then. Genio just stomping it down the road then. Treviso making a mistake through this corner previously. Sure, it thinks he's a lap down. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'll get the time now. 4.5 seconds back. There you go, PlayStation. Gran Turismo. Well done for catching up. 4.5 second lead then for Genio. Treviso getting maybe a little bit worried by Dazzler. Just 2.1 seconds behind him. It's going to take a slight little mistake again for Dazzler to get himself onto the tail of Treviso. Again, it's Hoggy in that 4th position under threat then from Tim CLK. Right behind him, coming through that left-hander. Let's get a little bit of helmet cam on, running down these S's. So you'll see, if we stay behind Hoggy, you'll see how much of a kick there gets coming onto this bridge. Now gets the power on, goes for the move, gets a good exit through the onto the bridge, just able to carry it past It's Hoggy. Again, that great big wobble coming onto the bridge just unsettles the car enough. You have to back off the throttle. Oh, this car's going sideways and probably into the barriers. And there it is, Tim CLK then up into 4th, long way behind Dazzler, unfortunately, 5.4 seconds back. Has got these drivers coming up behind him as well. It's Hoggy and Chalky, RCMB2 and Chalky. Chalky's just out of slipstream range at the minute. It's going to be a real tussle between these three now, though. This is where we saw a few of the cars go off on lap 1. Through the pack and the order all over the place from starting positions. And there's Chalky. I was just saying he's just outside of slipstream range, but not anymore. Dominator 5 seconds back in 8th. T50 Phil 9th, another 6.9 seconds back again. I think these two get entangled up on that first lap chaos. Centino maybe I think he got a little bit of a off circuit somewhere else, not involved in that crash. Maybe he was, and I just didn't see it on camera. But Genio is having a little bit of an easy time of it right now, though. 5.1 seconds up the road, 2.19s he's sticking in. 2.19.9 on lap 2, a 2.19.9 on lap 3 as well. Treviso's got himself a 2.21 and a 2.20 for lap 2 and 3. And that little incident costing him more than few seconds, it says on those lap times, that's for sure. Dazzler not been able to close the gap either. 2.7 seconds down now from the man just in front there in yellow. Tim CLK onto the bridge, fourth. A little bit of breathing room between him and RC MBE2. He's dragging Chalky along for good measure though. Again, it's Hoggy just hanging on to these two. Just dropping out of that slipstream, coming into this right-hander. Again, got plenty of room behind him. 5.2 back to Dominator. United livery. Big gaps at the back then. And Janio just finding more and more time here. Now 6 seconds up the road. 1,000th as he crossed that timing line. He was 1,000th of a second slower than his previous. So you could say he's pretty consistent. Let's see what he puts in as he crosses the line. It's even quicker. 2:19.8. Having it. He just wants to find more time here. 6.2 seconds then over Treviso. So some quite big gaps developed then between most of these drivers. RC MBE2 and DMK Chalky, the closest drivers having a battle at the minute. 5th and 6th position on circuit. Just to pull away from it, it's Hoggy. They're closing up on Tim CLK, 2 seconds behind him at the minute. Depends how much they're going to actually battle or maybe work together. More with Chalky then, chasing down RC MBE2 onto this bridge section. Again, it can all be thrown in the bin here. Both drivers keeping it nice and clean. Gap stays about the same between them. It's Hoggy now 3.7 seconds away from this duo having a battle. Through the 90-degree left. Down towards this right-hand elbow. Again, just watch it sort of tighten up. Come into it carrying a lot of speed and then whoa, just gotta be so careful on the exit not to clip that wall. Then pulling a couple of tenths from Chalky. Pulls that back though through that right-hander into these S's then. Sun possibly causing them a little bit of problems coming through there. The Dappling coming through the trees. Whoa. Both get a wobble on through there. The gap stays pretty much the same, 1/4 of a second between them. Down to 0.8 seconds. Pushing then. Dazzler unfortunately falls a little bit further back from Treviso. And again, this man. 2:19.8. Again, just finding time at this circuit. And Treviso having that wobble at the end of lap. What was it? At the end of lap 1, I think it was. Just enough to throw that any chance he had to close the gap. He was kind of on the tail of Janio, had the slipstream and everything, you know, they were having a real good battle, but unfortunately that one little mistake. And now look, 7.2 seconds back. No threat from Dazzler though. Dazzler not able to close the gap up on him. Tim CLK, that gap fallen back a little bit maybe. these two back at it and fallen away from Tim CLK again. That time had come down to 1.8 seconds. It's back up to 2.5. These two have been bumper to bumper for the last few corners. Oh, last lap, I think. Oh, a little bit of... Oh, I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not sure if Chalky didn't quite anticipate RCME to use braking. Had a bit of a stamp, all four locked up, just sent it sideways. There might have been a little bit of contact, but yeah, it was just enough to send Chalky's little radical spinning off into the wall. And that's the result, 5.5 seconds down then. It's Hoggy, thinks, hey up, I've got a chance. Dominator still 5 seconds behind. T50 Phil's closed the gap up on him though, 2.5 seconds behind him now. And that's it's Hoggy and Chalky just at the end of the start-finish straight. Again, tall order in the next 5 minutes really to close up on those two. He could be on to have a bit of a battle here with Dominator, just 1.4 seconds behind him now. Centino, unfortunately, 18.6 seconds behind anybody else. Look, that's a disgusting time you've just put in there, Janio. 1:19.165. It's another second over Treviso. He's found the he's found the 2:19s. Unfortunately, it's 3 laps too late. Dazzle then unable to close that gap. Tim CLK, he's looking reasonably safe at the moment. 2.8 seconds behind Dazzler. 4.1 behind him back to RCMBE2. Chalky, again, unfortunately, with that little mistake. Now 8.1 behind RCMBE2. It's Hoggy, now only 1.6 seconds behind him. T50 Phil has got himself past Dominator as well. Carried enough speed. Probably got him just on the end of the bridge, I would expect. 6.7 behind it's Hoggy. Again, tall order in about 3.5 minutes. Dominator 9th then, and again Centino, unfortunately, rolling around at the back at the minute. And again Janio, another 2:19, still pulling time over Treviso. 7.6 seconds. Really good between you two, and then it wasn't. Tim CLK is bringing that time down, 1.9 seconds. So they will see another lap after this one. Everything to play for then for Tim CLK. Anybody else having any kind of battle? It's Hoggy. It falls a little bit further back from Chalky, 2.3 seconds. It was down to about 1.8, 1.6. T50 Phil takes half a second out of it. It's Hoggy. And still. Hot into there for T50 Phil. Trying to carry as much speed as possible. 5.7 behind him. You can see him at the end of the bridge. There he goes, just turning left. Got to just be careful though. No more mistakes. He's got Dominator just 3 seconds behind him as well, so he doesn't want to bin it. Hunt for it's Hoggy. Gap stretches back up to 6 seconds, unfortunately. Janio into this final corner. Wheel on the grass. Pushing it. Does lose a tiny bit of time due to those mistakes, so it's gone back down to minus under 7 seconds. Not for too long though, by the looks of it. There you go. Back up to 7 seconds then for Janio. 19 minutes on the race timer. That's going to give us 1 more minute, but that's going to be dependent on this lap. So 1 lap to go. Tim CLK now 1 second less than behind Dazzler. Charging then last few laps, Tim CLK. We're getting a little bit of a toe off of Dazzler through here. Oof. Oh, has he binned it? Oh, he's lost a lot of time though. What a shame for Tim CLK. He got that time down to less than a second. He wanted to get right behind Dominator through here to get the toe into the bridge and down the bridge and off the bridge and down here and go for the move possibly through this next couple of corners, and he's got to do it all again. So final lap pops up on screen then. 20-minute timer ticks over. Janio 7.8 seconds up the road then into this right hand elbow. Just the S's and then the final corner to go for him. Cleanly through there. Down the hill then, just this last one to go. Cleanly on the exit for a final time then for Janio. 8.7 seconds up the road, 8.9 seconds up the road by the time he actually crosses the line. Puts in another fastest lap right at the end there, 2:19.092. What a maniac. Treviso then comes home in second. Again, should have been a real good fight between you two, but that wasn't to be. Dazzler takes third, Tim CLK unable to take that position off him in the end. RC MBE 2 takes fifth, Chalky takes sixth. Let's watch him cross the line, come on, let's be fair. There he is. It's Hoggy, stays in seventh. T50 Phil did close a little bit more time on him, but not enough to take the position, so he stays in 8th then. Dominator takes 9th, and Centino will take that 10th position. Again, a little bit of chaos coming into the final right-hand elbow before those S's. Just sent a few drivers into the sand and backwards and sideways and a long way back from the rest of the field. And that kind of broke the race right up. And there is Centino across the line then. Right. I don't even know. There should be. I'm hoping there's a reverse grid race. Let me throw it in. Can't talk and type, people, come on. Look what you made me do. There should be. There's always a second race. It's always a second race. Unless it's an enduro, of course. But that wasn't an enduro. That was 20 minutes. The lobby's not been shut. And drivers aren't exiting the lobby. So I'm assuming Why don't I know this? Yeah, there you go. So a 15-minute race prep then. Yeah, Radicals, quite a bit of fun. What are the other races for the season? Let's have a look. Get rid of you. So next week we've got Dragon Trail Seaside in the Hyundai. Following week we've got Spa in the Isle of Man Subaru. That caught me out when I first read that. I thought, what are you talking about, Spa and Isle of Man at the same time? But it's Spa in the Isle of Man Subaru. Yep, I saw it, Chalky. I saw it. I didn't think you'd made contact, but I've had to do that very thing on this very circuit. Admittedly, the end of that very, very long straight, I think it was, and almost took out CJW Racing. So after Spa, we've got Nürburgring GP in the GRX Mini, and then we've got Sardegna or Sardinia, depends how you want to say it. I like Sardegna. Road Track C2, so that's in the Trophy Megane, the Renault, and then the final is GR4 Veyron at Mount Panorama. Yeah, see, because it doesn't say on the flyer what the format is. It probably says it in the chat just above it, look. It does say it in the chat just above it, look. There you go, one 50-minute race, one 20-minute race. Fuel at ×4, tyres at ×3. That's the information that you lot should have had at the start of the race, isn't it? Qualifying 10 minutes, race 1 20 minutes, race 2 15 minutes. Next race, they've got to use racing mediums. Ah, you lot are going to crash. I have got all the information. I wondered why I didn't have all the information, because I usually read it on the flyers or something, but my bad. So yeah, medium tyres for race 2 then. Yeah, Chalky, just coming up in the YouTube chat there. Like I say, I saw it right behind RC MBE2. I wasn't sure from the angle I was at. I wasn't sure if there was a teeny tiny bit of contact. But I think you'd already locked up before that happened. But I wasn't sure if there was a little nudge into the back of RC and B2. I thought you were both going to end off track. Especially when I saw you sliding sideways. If he catches RCMB2 on the exit of that, but fair play. Again, I've had to do it myself. I just had to bin it off into the wall on the left. But yeah, many different variations of this circuit. Drive it either way round as well. Okay, race 2 coming up then. We've got 15-minute on the medium tyres this time. Same circuit. So, no, lights are on now then. We wait for these to drop. Oh, it's not a great start from It's Hoggy. Reverse grid then. Centino getting a great start, firing his way up, down towards turn 1. Gets himself back onto the racing line to enter. Again, fast corner this one. Just, oh, Oh, carries a little bit too much speed through there. He's on the grass. Oh, he manages to hold it up front, but he's got drivers swarming all over him up through this little right-hand kink. He's holding it out to this left-hand side, though. Might just be able to hold the inside line coming into this turn. Oh, Chalky gets nudged wide. Oh, he's gone sideways again. Oh my God, there's who's that? That's T50 Phil in the background as well. Backwards, both the white car drivers. T50 Phil and Chalky both getting tangled up there then. Again, I think... Oh, there's chaos here as well. Dazzler's gone sideways. He's taken out Janio. Chalky managing to find a way through that one. That's chaos here already then. Tim CLK, RCMB2 having a battle for third and fourth at the minute. Treviso's managed to weave his way back into the front. Oh, he's just clipped the article on the exit of that corner. He should be able to hold the lead through here. I was saying that. Centino. Oh, he's pushed his luck a little bit too far into the barriers. He goes, slows him down through here. Has he picked up damage? No. Luckily, I think drivers forgetting they're on the medium tyres, trying to carry as much speed as they did through in race one, and it's catching a few of them out. So Treviso then into the lead of the race. RCMBE2 in second. Tim CLK tucks himself into third then. Centino 26 in fourth. DMK Dominator 5th, Chalky in 6th, Janio 7th, Dazzler in 8th, T50 Phil in 9th, it's Hoggy in 10th. Drivers chopping and a changing early on in this second race then. Always the worry with the reverse grid races. Squealing coming through there. Tim CLK right on the tail of RCMBE2 coming down here. A little bit of a toe off of Treviso in front, but I'm going to see Tim CLK. He goes for the outbraking. Has it done too much? Yes, it has. Slings himself again. Those medium tyres just catching him out. Centino flies back into third position then. Tim CLK's got to drop a gear and try and disappear. It's all kind of just fallen apart for him through that corner. He's now got Dominator closing up on him. There is Chalky and Janio as well. Again, Janio taking the win in race one. Looking to fight his way through the field as well, will Janio. Coming from the back. He's got a bit of work to catch this man at the minute. Treviso then 1.8 seconds up the road as he enters the bridge on lap 2. Then is RCMBE2. Can he close him down? Centino in that third position. Tim CLK looking for that one back though. Coming back at him, just 0.6 of a second back. So has everyone learned their lesson from lap 1? Realised they cannot carry as much speed through corners like this. Like most people realised that. Tim CLK then still 0.6 of a second behind, not closing the gap really, using the slipstream up here. Takes a tenth out of him. Slightly tighter line through there, gets another tenth. Not close enough to go for a move into this elbow here. Closes the gap. Dominator, oh, gets a slow corner through there. Janio comes firing through there like an absolute maniac. Dominator just coming back onto the racing line. Not that he was off circuit, but just having a little bit of a tangle with Janio. But Janio gets through there completely unscathed. Dominator loses 2 positions, unfortunately. Chalky getting his way through. And now Dazzler hot on his tail. Into this final corner, gets a little bit of a toe. Oh, he's into the wall as well, is Dominator. Dazzler has to sling himself onto the other side of the circuit to avoid any kind of accident. Dominator slots himself back into 8th, but he'll be carrying less speed. T50 Phil right behind him now as well. starts looking up the inside, running up the hill. Dominator. Oh no. I think he was going to defend that, but he did. He's had to slow down through there though. That's just allowed T50 Phil through. And it's Hoggy, unfortunately, 6.6 seconds down. So there is Treviso, still 1.8 seconds up the road from RCME2. Tim CLK, another 3.3 seconds behind him. Out of slipstream range. Centino, another 1.7 seconds back. Janio closing up on him now, dragging Chalky along. Chalky maybe taking a little bit of paint off his car there. Janio on the hunt then, just 0.4 of a second back. No, there's RCMB2. He's carried too much speed into that corner. Looks like he's bounced himself off the end of the barriers into the Armco, those blue and white barriers into that Armco. And that's what can happen. It can just ping you across the circuit. And I'm sure he's probably got a headache. Or no damage on then, no damage. Okay. So he'll be able to get up to race pace again, but down in 8th position then for RCMB2. So Janio from the back onto a podium position, as is Treviso, as is Tim CLK. Treviso 5.3 seconds clear then with the departure of RCMB2. CLK, the next man. Janio carrying a lot of speed through that final corner. Just drags his car into the wall a little bit, so 2 seconds behind Tim CLK. Can he be as leery as he was in race 1 and pull all that time back on the race leader Treviso? He's got less time to do it in this race. We are already halfway into race 2 here. Centino and Dazzler having a little bit of a battle. Centino just hanging on to that one. It's cost him though. Tries to carry the different line through. He's put him on the grass. Unfortunately, T50 Phil in the background spins out again. Again, he's carried too much speed into that particular corner. Everybody having a little bit of a mare here somewhere. Ooh, ooh. Bit of contact between those two. Dazzler getting himself past Centino onto the bridge then. RCME2 too far back to make any kind of advantage. So Janio still 2 seconds behind Tim CLK. That gap not going anywhere at the minute. Gap between Treviso and Tim CLK has dropped though, 4.3 seconds. Finding some time somewhere then, Tim CLK. Maybe Treviso making a little bit of a mistake. Tim CLK through that same corner, followed by Janio. Take the time out of him now though. Janio, 1.6 seconds the gap. Finding his pace now on these mediums. Now he's got a little bit of clear track in front of him. He can really press. Fastest laps in race 1. Just like the exit of that final corner though. In a fastest lap, 2:20.9 then. 2 seconds almost, about 1.8 seconds slower than his fastest lap on a set of softs. Okay, let's go and see what else is happening in the field. Dazzler then into 4th. Centino falls a little bit further off the back of him in 5th. RCMBE2's picked himself up a little bit of a penalty. Starting to close back up on Centino though. 3.6 seconds behind the 5th place driver. Has got to lose that penalty at some point though. Where's the penalty zone on this circuit? Is it on the bridge? Is it on the bridge? Are you dirty enough to put it on the bridge? It's obviously on this next long straight then. Oh, Centino, that could be 5th position in the bin. See MBE2, less than half a second behind him. Again, still got that penalty to lose, which he'll probably do round here. Again, oh, where is the penalty zone? But he's already right behind Centino. Goes for the move. Himself in front quite easily then. Again, Centino just not carrying enough speed through there to really go defensive at all. So yeah, no idea where the penalty zone is on this circuit now. In with a chance then of getting this position back. Oh, the inside then for Centino. Oh, it tyres behind. It's Dominator who's got it backwards. It's spinning round. Is he going to hang on to that 7th? Driver's coming up behind him now. Oh, okay, there's the penalty zone. Centino then. Now with a chance of taking that position back off of RCMBE2. Breaking into turn 1, a little bit of contact between the two of them. Still both on circuit though. RCMBE2 retains the advantage. To this 90 left then. Oh, again, Centino carries too much speed through there. Sticks himself on the grass on the exit, and that gap just stretches open in front. Over the 2nd mark, out of the slipstream range then from Centino. Nobody behind to attack him. Wasn't looking to come back at RCMBE2 then, but unfortunately that little mistake has cost him. So the fight on for 2nd now then. Janio hot on the heels of Tim CLK. Got a minute and a half left of this race. Oof, Janio just dips it into the wall on the exit of that corner. Slows him down a little bit. I say that, he just takes a 10th out of Tim CLK because his car's a bit lighter. He's smashed off a wing mirror or something. That gap's still falling between themselves and Treviso though. 3.6 seconds to race leader, but we've got a minute left on the race timer. So it's going to be down to a final lap again then. Not for race lead. Oh, Janio carrying all sorts of speed through there. Got down to half a second then between Tim CLK and Janio. There was Treviso just going round the final corner. Got down to 3.5 seconds. No mistakes from Treviso then. These two will be all over his rear end coming up to the line. Maybe even past it. Again, Janio not been able to make the move into turn 1. A little bit too far back now to make the move through this 90 left. Keep himself in that slipstream range as well. Doesn't want to drop the toe for Tim CLK, from Tim CLK. Oh, Tim CLK has to take a little bit of a dodgy line through there. I think Janio had to as well though. that gap stretches massively from 0.7 of a second to 2.3. Did you actually clatter the wall, Janio? You may well have done with that time gap. Again, the time's still falling between Tim CLK and Treviso as well, down to 3 seconds. We are pretty much halfway around this circuit though for this final lap. He's lifting. Keeps it planted into this right-hander. Gap stays at 3 seconds. Just the S's and the final corner to go then for Treviso. Wolverhampton Wanderers will take the win here in this first round of the Premier League Years, hosted by DSC Sim Racing on Facebook. Wobble through that final corner, but not enough to unsettle him for the win here. Gap falls a little bit more, but he's got nothing to worry about now. Then peels over to the pit wall and crosses the line, takes the checkered flag with 2.3 seconds over Tim CLK. He comes in second. Janio comes in third position. Dazzler's going to take fourth. Happy about that. Gives the lights a flash. RC MBE2 takes fifth position. Santino takes sixth. It's Hoggy takes seventh. What happened? Chalky and the white coloured cars obviously don't like going around this circuit. Maybe it's Hoggy takes seventh, then Chalky takes eighth. T50 Phil takes ninth, and DMK Dominator takes 10th position. Yeah, Chalky and T50 Phil both having absolute nightmares here in both races tonight. There you go. Round one of DSC's Premier League Years done and done. I like cons too. I like doing cons. Yep, no worries, mate. No worries. So yes, again, we are back next week. Making me open my phone again, people. But it's already there. Next week we are at Dragon Trail Seaside in the Hyundai GR4. And it's going to be the same race format. So 10-minute qualifier, race 1 20 minutes, race 2 15 minutes. They do have to use next week a set of racing mediums in race 1 and then racing hards in race 2. Oh, you dirtbags. Some tricky corners there at Dragon Trail Seaside on hard tyres. So that is next week, same time, same place, 8:30 Monday nights for the next, well, 5 more weeks after this. But I am back on Thursday night for round 5 of the P1 RC's Renault Clio Cup, and then again Sunday night at 9 o'clock for the next round of the GT3 World Tour that they've got as well. That's I don't even know where we are, but either of those races, to be perfectly honest. But I know where we are next week. I know where we're Dragon Trail Seaside. That's where we are next week. But that's going to be it for me tonight, people. I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, make sure you give it a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. But most of all, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.